So here we are. It's a very cold day in December. Camera problems galore, which is why we look a little bit different, but that's a story for another day. We just saw... I almost said Tangled.
We just saw Wicked.
We just saw Wicked.
It has literally nothing to do with Tangled.
Yeah, I know.
It's not even animated.
I know. Okay. So listen, when it comes to Wicked, when I first heard about it, I thought it was just a reimagining or like a retell of Wizard of Oz, which it kind of is. However, you were very happy to inform me as soon as I saw on the internet that, no, Dev, it was a thing that existed before the movie. It was a musical. It's a thing. I was like, oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, Dev has literally no. What Wicked is. He has never heard of the musical. Ever. Somehow, some way, literally never heard of the musical Wicked.
Okay, how many times have I said to you, do you know this obvious thing? You're just like, no. And I'm just like, what the fuck, Naomi?
I shouldn't even know Wicked. It's those old fucking movies. You're always just like, are you fucking kidding me?
Hold on.
You don't know that shit? How the fuck do you not know this old thing?
Wait, hold on. Well, you know the Wizard of Oz, right?
Yes.
Do you see the original? Like the 1910s, whatever it was?
The one with fucking the girl who was like fucking drugged out of her mind? Yeah.
The whole time?
Yeah. I saw that one.
Yeah, so did I. I think every kid saw it. Even like my age and younger, even we all saw it because it was just like a, yeah. So whoever made Wizard of Oz, they die. 70 years later, anyone can make anything with Wizard of Oz in it. Before that, they have to have permission from the estate. Okay. So I assume that, and I'm just guessing here, I assume that Wizard of Oz basically is... Oh, you're going to look it up?
I want to look up the date of the original Broadway show. Wikipedia can't be solved!
It's a giant advertising Wikipedia. Okay. A loose adaptation of 1995 novel. So hold on. The musical didn't come first. That book in 1995 came first. Wicked, The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West. God, Wikipedia is so bad for ads now. Yeah, Wicked is a darker and more adult-themed revisionist exploration of the character and setting of the 1900 novel The Wizard of Oz. Okay. Basically, they wanted to make a dark version of it, which, by the way, is fine. I don't mind. Like, okay, people are saying this movie's woke.
2003 was its premiere in San Francisco.
People are saying that this movie is woke. It supports, like, it's all about racism, and it's all about, like, queerness. And not to be fair, the two main actresses, they've given interviews saying the same thing. So... some people who made the movie are saying it's woke and it's good, and then you have like culture warriors on the internet saying it's woke and it's bad.
I didn't think about wokeness at all.
I mean, I can see it, but it's still like an okay movie.
You want to know the only woke thing I found that I actually very much enjoyed?
What's that?
Okay, so there's always the trope of like the charming princely character that comes in and sweeps all the women off their feet. Well, this guy swept everyone off their feet. Men and women. It was funny. And you know what? After seeing that, I was like, I want more of that. I need more. I need more sweeping of men and women off of their feet by the very charming princely character.
So you want like the 10 out of 10 really attractive guy to just turn straight guys gay while he's in the room? I mean, it was funny. I agree with you there. It was funny.
Listen, yes. Well, because I like the same thing with like really sultry like woman, right? Like the femme fatales, where they're turning men's heads and women's heads, even though the women have been canonically straight till that point.
Yes, I know what you mean. Yes.
I need more.
More of it.
Need more of both of those things.
Okay, so. Yeah, because you knew at least a little bit more about this than I did. Do you want to give the TLDR or the plot? Can you do it in like 5 minutes?
I can do it in shorter because I haven't ever actually seen the musical.
Right.
But I knew of it. So like the TLDR is that it follows the life of the Wicked Witch of the West before she was known as the Wicked Witch of the West. And it like details like her childhood, which obviously sucked because she was born with green skin. Spoilers.
It's important to note though that this is actually called Wicked Part 1. It's supposed to be a duology, I think.
So I know, because I read it on the internet, that Act 1 of the Broadway show is this first movie, and then Act 2 of the Broadway show. So after intermission is gonna be the second movie. Yes. It's gonna, like, detail her being the Wicked Witch of the West, and to my knowledge, meeting Dorothy, because... I believe that the Wizard of Oz, like, original story happens at the same time as Wicked.
Second act?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know that there's a POV. I don't, like, as I said, I haven't seen the musical, so I'm trying very hard to remember. But there's like a POV of Glinda when she's meeting Dorothy and when the other Wicked Witch dies, which we haven't met yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
Is she also green?
I don't remember. I don't think so, though.
Her feet curl up. I remember that.
Yeah, because she's dead.
Oh, is that what happens when you fucking die? Your feet curl up?
Yes.
Okay, so, go on.
Oh, I'm done now. That was my 5-minute TLDR.
That's not the plot.
That's the plot.
So.
No, listen. The plot is it follows the life of the Wicked Witch of the West before she became the Wicked Witch of the West.
What is the life? TLDR?
Oh, no, that's it.
You're so fucking... Okay, so. Because Wicked is like an alternate retelling, they make the evil witch good, and the good witch, like, not evil, but kinda, like, she's bad. But she's like
an airhead.
Yes.
And she's also just a narcissist. It's okay.
They are deconstructing the story, so the villain in the original is actually the hero, and vice versa. Because turns out the spoilers, by the way.
Yeah, massive spoilers.
The Wizard of Oz is himself.
He's a bad dude. A bad dude.
Yes. And basically, all people you think who are going to be heroes in this end up not being heroes. And yeah, okay. So I will actually TLDR you the plot this time. Okay. So there's basically a dude who gets cucked by he goes off to work, and then the wife is there, and she's this black chick, and then
she's the black chick.
Well, no, they make a specific note of her race because they show the one daughter is green and the other daughter is very clearly like mixed race. They do this for a purpose, right? So there's a white guy, black girl, they're married, white guy goes off to work, and then like she just like walks around, and then like the guy she's cheating on him with is right outside and just lets him right in, and they start drinking this green potion that makes them feel good before they start like fucking on the piano. And then it ends up that the baby that comes out 9 months later is a green baby.
Yep.
And the guy's like, "Oh my god, you cucked me with a green dude."
The father.
Yeah. It's just funny though.
The husband.
It's just funny though. Like, oh yeah, of course there's a whole bunch of talking. Was there talking animals in the original Wizard of Oz? I don't recall.
Yeah, see, I don't totally remember because for me, the talking animals is a surprise, but I don't remember.
I mean, it fits in, but...
Yeah, I don't know. Because I know in the Wizard of Oz movie, not the Dorothy movie, like the one about the actual Wizard of Oz, I don't actually, like...
This has been in the Billy movies.
Yeah, but I don't remember what it's actually called. You guys will have to say it in the comments, because I really don't remember.
Oh.
But it's about, like, the wizard, like, coming to Oz, right? And there was a talking monkey in that.
Okay.
So, you're also talking porcelain doll.
Talking animals. So... Yeah, just talking animals. I mean, so... I don't know any of the fucking, like, if we had Dave here, he'd fucking fill us all in because he's like an Oz nerd.
We probably should have watched this with Dave.
I'm pretty sure that Oz is from the real world.
Yes. Yeah. Oz is from Earth. That is canon.
Yeah.
Canon
and he comes over. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So, basically, she grows up. She's very magically talented, but her dad hates her because she's green. Everyone hates her because she's green.
No, he hates her because he got cucked.
Yeah, but. Well, yeah, and also she has a younger sister who's in a wheelchair, and the mother died in childbirth. So it's this dad who hates Greenie, and who favors the other sister. And then the other sister gets like she has to go to basically Hogwarts.
Yeah,
it's basically just Hogwarts.
Yeah,
they have like houses, which never they show the 4 houses, but they don't even do anything with them. They just like disappear.
No, the point is that it's pointing out Wicked Witch of the East, Good Witch of the Wicked Witch of the West, Good Witch of the East.
No, I know.
That was the point of the houses.
No, I get that, but there were still like people went to go live there. There was lists of people.
Yes.
Who go there? Yeah.
But that's gonna be why they chose the names they did.
No, I get it. It's just that
so they are gonna do something with it, but
okay, just not yet. Hasn't been done with it yet.
Yeah.
Well, hasn't been done with it yet.
Okay.
No, seriously.
Sure.
The house would just call it like a compass direction, and but then it was never mentioned again. It's not like it's a big deal like it is with Harry Potter.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be an Easter egg.
Okay, fine, it's an Easter egg, but it's dumb. Anyway, listen. Okay? Got Linda in this.
Galinda.
She decides to change her name to Glinda to Solidarity at the end of the movie, which is fucking funny.
Yep.
But anyway, so got Linda, who becomes is it Good Witch of the North? Is she the North one?
I don't know the names.
North or South?
I know the Wicked Witch of the West. That's the extent of my knowledge.
No, the Good Witch of the whatever. I don't know or care.
Yeah, Galinda is the Good Witch and Wicked Witch
fucked
of the
up.
East. Did we?
The start of the movie is actually right at the end of the original Wizard of Oz after the witch dies.
Well,
she's in a puddle. And then everyone's like, oh my god, we're free! And then got Linda comes down as like an older version.
No, she's Glinda now.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not respecting her name or her pronouns. So she comes down and she's like, okay.
Wow.
Wow. Everyone's cheering. They're like, oh, we're no longer living under the tyranny of the witch. And then one person's like, weren't you friends with her? And she's like, I was roommates with her back in magic school. And then the entire movie is a flashback from that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it does start at the end of the original Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
So yes, basically wheelchair girl ends up going to a magic school, and what's her name? Is it Alphys? What's her fucking name?
The main character?
Yeah, Greenie.
Elphaba.
I'm just gonna call her Greenie, okay? So Greenie,
Wow.
Greenie is going there to like see her sister off, and like she's very clearly hated by the dad still and blamed for everything. And then like at the same time, Glinda is there, and she's
No, it's Galinda right now.
Oh, I don't care. Fuck. Okay. Anyway, she's there, and she's kind of like she's the Draco Malfoy, but just like less mean. She's still pretty mean.
She's the Regina George.
Of what? What is that? Regina George or no?
Mean Girls.
I
Dev!
don't fucking know.
Stop only watching things from the 80s. Jesus.
Okay, so
she's the Regina George of the school, but she's less mean.
She's still pretty mean though.
No, she's mean. Okay, well she's the Regina George, and then like plus the main character Elle from Legally Blonde mushed into one person.
I know that one. I know that. I got that reference.
80s.
So anyway, Legally Blonde was in the 80s. It's like 2000.
I don't know, Dev. You only watch things from the 80s, so.
Anyway, so she's not quite a school bully, but she's kind of a school bully, and she does feel a bit like a female Malfoy, but Malfoy was like mean and racist, and she's like only kind of mean, only kind of racist. Like everyone makes fun of her for having green skin, but they're clearly trying to do a race thing, but there's no like green skinned race, so it just seems like they're bullying.
Well, they are bullying. That's the point. It's with the undertones of racism. So like it kind of hits a bit harder when they are bullying because they're
which is why, by the way, I think they cast a black actress for that specific purpose.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So anyway, Linda is there, and she's expected to be basically the king shit because she is the
king shit.
She is the daughter of a minister or something, and so she's expected to be given preferential treatment, and she's upper class.
Private suite.
Yep. And then
gets to wear a pink uniform while everyone has to wear a blue one.
Yep. And then however, something happens with the sister. I forget exactly what, but like I think it's like someone starts taking her away, and she wants to roll herself with her wheelchair, and Greenie is like, hold on, you're not gonna mistreat my sister like that, and then her power explodes outwards, and like a whole bunch of shit happens, and then the headmaster is like, we should admit her because she's very clearly talented. What? I gave you the opportunity to lay this out yourself. You chose not to. So you will shush and you'll accept my retelling.
It wasn't the headmaster.
Isn't she the headmaster of the school?
She is the person who teaches like sorcery.
Okay.
Because she's the only like actual magic user.
What's a magic school?
No, this is just a school.
Oh, that was a magic school, dude.
No, it's just a school, but it does teach magic classes.
Okay, so you teach other things as well?
It just teaches other things. Well, no, the headmistress was that fat woman. That woman who was there with when the professor got taken away.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because there was a goat who teaches history, voiced by, I'm pretty sure, Tyrion Lannister.
Pretty sure.
Sounds a lot like him.
Pretty sure.
Yeah. Last voice acting job he had was in Destiny 1, and he apparently flubbed it so hard they redid it. Well, they got him when it was like season 2 of Game of Thrones, when he was like that actor was like hot shit, and he just did a fucking bad job.
Womp.
Anyway, so they end up rooming together, because there's no space for her, and she's kind of like this last minute special addition to the school.
Yep.
And there's like various bullying hijinks that we're not going to get into because it's kind of like the same few beats over and over and over again, which is fine. You're developing the characters. It makes sense.
Yeah, this is. I'm just gonna add. It's a surprisingly simple plot. Like it's from the play, which is from the 2000s. So I'm not surprised it's a simple plot. I'm still enjoyable, but very simple.
Very simple.
Yeah.
Very simple. So there's bullying, and then she finds a few friends. Like Greenie finds a few friends in the other outsiders in the school, and one of them is that sorcery teacher. The other one is the history teacher, who is the goat, and the goat is at one point she like follows him to like a secret meeting of only talking animals, and he's like, so it turns out that
was the more racism part.
Yeah, the way the animals are treated. Yeah, because it's like so something's happening, and animals can't speak anymore. We're all losing our ability to speak, and we're getting put in cages, and there's weird shit going on, and we don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And that becomes like that plot line is never really resolved because it's probably going to be part 2. Yeah. But it's something that's kind of happening in the background of the movie.
Yes.
Is how the animals are treated.
Yeah. Which Elphaba Greenie cares about so much because she
is also an outsider.
No, she was mostly raised by her nanny, which was a bear.
Oh yeah, talking bear.
Yes.
That's right, that too. Well, I'm pretty sure it's also just like this outsider solidarity,
Yeah, there's that too, but like that's why she's so invested in it, right?
Yeah.
Because, her like maternal figure. That's
it. Maternal figure, yes.
Maternal figure was a bear.
Figure. The maternal figure.
It doesn't sound like a word.
It says it isn't racist. It's a movie about racism. It's fine. Okay. Listen, technically Greenie is a slur.
Okay, you know what? I'm just going to drive away.
Done.
I'm just going to drive while you talk, and then once we get home, we won't be able to do this anymore.
Oh, no. Okay.
Make sure to brake really hard so the camera just flies into your face.
Nice. Okay, so there, there's like several, Mean Girls-esque bullying scenes.
Yeah.
And like it does it well enough. Like there's, I feel like the movie would be maybe like 45 minutes shorter if there were no songs.
Well,
and
course,
the songs don't.
Take time.
They do.
So does choreography.
Like, and the dancing and all that. But like they don't. In a lot of musicals, what I've noticed is that important things happen during songs.
Yes.
In this one, it's less so. The song just seems like the song just kind of halts the progression of the plot. For
some of them, I agree, but like the one where they're talking about how much they loathe each other, like that was literally just moving the plot along.
Oh no, that was one of the ones that I'm not thinking of. No, there were several song moments and dance moments where it's just like it's almost like in Joker 2, where it just hard stops the actual plot from advancing, where they just sing a bit.
Yeah.
But there were several of them where it didn't do that, and one of them was the loathing. No, I can't, because honestly, all these songs are fucking forgettable. Loathing.
No, they're not.
So Loathing wasn't. The Defying Gravity one at the end wasn't. And there's one other one.
Popular.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Also,
for some reason,
okay, it's actually really funny. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, when I was in high school, I played clarinet. So to practice at home, I would have just like people would just give me clarinet books of just with music in them, and one of them was a whole book of clarinet music for Wicked. With all the main themes and stuff. So
you played it all a bunch, even though you didn't even see it.
Yep.
Well, there you go. Okay, so anyway, the Loathing song is just them arguing over how much they hate each other because they're forced to be roommates, and also because like Galinda is very popular but not really doing well academically. Meanwhile, Greenie is the opposite. Everyone fucking hates her, but she's like the most important student in the school.
Yep.
And I've seen interviews where the two main actresses say that this is very clearly a queer movie. And I can see the undertones in it because they do have like an almost romantic relationship.
Almost,
It never gets there.
No.
But
I think if Galinda would have stayed single the entire time,
then maybe.
or actually gone through multiple lovers. You know what I mean?
Just gets run through.
No. Okay. Like innocent lovers. Like, she doesn't have to go and fucking, like, have a giant gangbang or just, like, slut herself up every fucking day. But, I think that either if she had stayed single or had, like, multiple lovers and then, found, like, was finding her true love with Elphaba, but it just didn't happen because of the end of the movie. Yeah. And that would have been like a bittersweet, like, sapphic moment.
They might still do that. Who knows? They might still do that.
Yeah, they might. But it's because they didn't do that, because she just had a bow.
Yeah.
Like, she was attached to, like, the hip to. And I was just kind of like, yeah, I don't really see it. They just seem like really close friends.
Yep.
That's just the way
I will
it is,
say, though,
unfortunately.
I will point out, though, that that is one of the whole, like, some of the whole woke thing. It's like, they're making Wizard of Oz woke. They made the 2 witches into lesbians. And so it's like, who fucking cares?
Yeah, well, one, who cares? Because most witches are lesbians.
Oh, wow. Most lesbians are witches. Nice.
I was going to say
watching too much fucking Buffy, Naomi.
Yes. But, you know, I honestly don't really see it that much. Like, I can see why other people see it. I can see the good fan fiction that would come out of it, but I personally didn't really see it. I was just like, oh yeah, I've you know, sung and danced with my friends before.
For those of you who know anime, this has almost like a Revolutionary Girl Utena vibe to it, which for a long time was my favorite anime. It's a very feminist anime, but it's really good. It's from like the 90s though. I don't think you'd be able to watch it, just because like it's an amazing show. But I
can watch old anime.
Stop watching things from the 80s, Dad. They're not really that well done, Dad. You can't.
I didn't say they weren't well done. That's not what I fucking said at all.
No, but I fucking felt it.
Rewind the tape.
I fucking felt it though.
Rewind the tape,
dude. We've had this. No. We've had this discussion before. Where like we go back and watch things that are old and really good, and we're like, if they made it today and competently, and not like a shitty remake, but they actually made it competently, they would tweak certain things because to get around, because they wouldn't have to be on network TV anymore. Like things would be different. And so it's kind of like that, where, like it's almost like Madoka is Utena, but
more modern.
More modern.
Yeah, that's fair.
It tackles all the same themes.
Well, it's like how Lucky Star is that as a manga, yeah, as modern as a manga Dio. Yeah.
And like, oh, by the way, all 4 of those shows are great. It's just you can tell that like Revolutionary Girl is a show that really shows its age. It has like drops of that. Which, and that, by the way, is like pretty much overtly fucking lesbian show. Utena. But anyway, so they hate each other, and then it turns out that through a series of just random events.
No, it was a series of dance.
Yeah, there's dances, yes, but okay.
No, it's just dance.
Prince comes to the school as a student, and by the way, he looks like he's fucking 30. I'm just like, this school.
Well, no, here's the thing. Like, I
think it's a college. You said it's college.
I don't know. I haven't seen the original play, so like it does, because of uniforms, it does seem like it's supposed to be like a high school, but everyone's so old. But I'm wondering if they made that distinction because Broadway actors are older.
Maybe.
You know, so I think it might have just been more to, like it seems to be more like a college because they refer to people as professors.
Yes.
Personally, I mean, unless that's a UK thing, 'cause they did that in Harry Potter too.
They did, yes.
So who knows?
So yeah. Anyway, it's maybe a third of the way through the movie. The prince rides in on like a talking
character. I don't remember his name. He is Prince guy.
And he's swept off his feet by Greenie.
Yeah.
Eventually, even though he ends up dating Golinda, and that kind of has some weird tension there, which never gets resolved because probably next movie.
Because Elphaba like doesn't realize that she also kind of has feelings for him too, and he's just like, oh man, this girl is neat and interesting, and I don't care that she's green. But
that's the thing, he's the only one who doesn't care.
Yeah,
like the animals don't care, but he's the only one who doesn't care. The only human who doesn't care that she's green.
Yeah. On like meeting. This is not a, oh, it's gonna take me a while to get used to your skin color, and then I don't see it anymore. He's just like, no, I don't fucking care you're green.
Yep.
Cute.
so some of them are like disgusted by her, and some of them are like surprised, but they're not really like they're not mean about it. They're just like, oh, but he just does not give a shit.
Yeah, he just made a joke about how she blends into the foliage, which was really funny.
He just have natural camouflage.
Yeah.
So anyway, he ends up trying to like get with Golinda initially, and Golinda to like woo away some other dude who's like a background character who's been trying to get with her the whole movie. She's like, go get with the wheelchair lady, and he's like, okay, and he goes over and gets with her, and they end up like going to the dance together. And then so because and the wheelchair lady, by the way, is Greenie's sister, so because Greenie's like, okay, she actually did something nice for me, I will put in a special word in with the sorcery teacher, who I thought was the headmaster, but is the sorcery teacher. to get her into the special sorcery class.
Yes, because Galinda wants to learn sorcery. That she literally saying that that's what she was here to do.
Yeah, and they wouldn't let her in. And then she's like, here. And yeah, at the dance, the fucking sorcery teacher comes up and is like, I'm giving you this magic wand for you to start practicing. I think you're going to fucking fail, but the only reason I'm doing this is because Greenie said so.
Yeah. It's hilarious, by the way.
So the two of them, they've now done one nice thing to each other, and they become friends, and they start dancing at the dance. It's like a weird dance too.
Yeah, this was a whole like scene where like I felt uncomfortable, and I'm pretty sure I was supposed to feel uncomfortable, but I was also just kind of confused.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, and I think it was just me not being able to, like, read the scene well, personally.
Maybe so, yeah.
That happens to me sometimes, where, like, it's, like, a really, like, undertone scene, because there's no dialogue, and I'm just, like, I'm not totally sure. I think I know what's happening, but I'm not totally sure.
So it seems like, I feel the exact same way. It seems like it's supposed to be the scene where she stops getting bullied, and she is finally at least accepted, if not liked, by the school.
Yes, but I just don't understand why she started doing her weird dance.
Yep.
That's all. Let's see, that's the main part I was confused by. I understood why Galinda
Who
started
interrupts, by the way?
dancing
Who interrupts?
with her. You.
You just did.
Yeah.
So,
I learned from the best.
yeah, so she walks in her hideous fucking black dress, and I'm like, how did you not know
You know what's
that you
really
weren't
funny?
gonna fucking get like so obvious?
I didn't actually think it looked that bad.
No, it didn't. It's
Like, no.
in universe, it's supposed to look bad.
Yeah, but like with the hat looked bad. I didn't really like her in the hat that much. I think she looks better when her hair is like kind of framing her face a bit more, just in general.
Yes.
But I very much enjoyed the dress, actually. Just not with the hat.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
I very much enjoyed the dress, though.
So it's supposed to be a terrible dress. So she walks in and she like all the music stops and everyone like starts staring at her and
She started staring and laughing, and I felt so bad.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, let's say you didn't understand fashion at all, and so you now know that this is a bad dress.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's now laughing.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you immediately just turn and leave? Why walk into the center of the room and then do this absolutely terrible dance?
Oh, well, no. Okay. So I understood why she walked into the center of the room. Because she saw Galinda.
Mm-hmm.
And because she thought that Galinda giving her the hat was a sign of friendship. And then she realizes in that moment that she was, like, fully betrayed. Even though she did this favor for Galinda.
Well, by the way, the witch's hat came from Galinda's grandma. It's an ugly hat.
It's supposed to be an ugly hat, yes. The only part I don't understand is why she started dancing. Like this is not like a pause a musical number, like nobody's actually dancing in canon, but like
nope,
no,
she just dances and everyone just looks at her and like laughs and it's like, what are you doing?
Because like I don't know.
Well, here's the thing.
That's the only part I was confused by. Like I'm sure there's an actual reason, but I just don't understand what it is.
So Galinda starts mimicking her dance, and then her dance becomes popular because the popular girl did it.
Yes.
And yeah, okay, like I get that.
Yes.
That's how she becomes accepted by the school.
Yes.
But there's no reason for her to do it. It just doesn't. It's a scene that doesn't make any sense.
I can't tell if the scene just does not make sense to us, or if the scene was just there to progress the story.
I think it was. Like, it didn't seem to make any sense.
Well, no, it was probably in the original too. I don't know. I have nothing to compare this movie to.
Yeah. So now they're friends, and that's when the whole "I'm gonna make you popular" song appears. And then eventually, a message from the Wizard of Oz comes.
Yes.
And says, "Okay, Greenie, you've been invited to come meet the Wizard of Oz."
Me, Oz, the Great and Powerful. That's what the movie was called. Oz, the Great and Powerful.
Yep.
Okay.
And so the Emerald train appears, and they get on it, and
Okay, so I saw a comment online with Galinda sending Dorothy off on the yellow brick road when she knew that there was just a fucking train all the way to Oz.
Yeah, because there is a train, and like, okay, here's the thing. I mentioned the comparison.
A bullet train.
I mentioned the comparison to Harry Potter because the school basically looks and functions very similar to Hogwarts, including a train to get in and out of the school, including like a bunch of magic shit that's happening. Like, it's just Harry Potter, and that's fine because magic school is always a fun setting.
Oh, you kind of skipped over the professor, but we already talked about it.
We talked about it a little bit. I mentioned that he had the secret meeting. I talked about that already.
Yeah, but that was before the train because that's how princely.
Right. Okay. There was a thing where like the police came in and arrested the professor, and he's like being dragged away, and he's like, "You guys don't know the truth about animal cruelty.
Yep.
Someone call PETA."
Yep.
So he's dragged away, and then like a new professor comes in and it's like, "I'm going to indoctrinate all of you on how to abuse animals."
Yes. Yeah, exactly that. That's exactly what he said to
So
his...
I love how you interrupt me and then agree. Fuck you.
That was sarcasm, you
But it's
idiot.
true, though, you doofus.
No, he was talking about the future. And then he showed cages, because cages hadn't been invented yet.
Yes.
Yes.
So here's how you abuse animals. See, I'm paraphrasing it. I'm not gonna say every single line.
No, you gotta do every single line. That's how we do it.
They get on the train. Okay, no, hold on. Greenie gets on the train, and then it's like, Glinda, just come with me, even though it's only for one. Yeah, now it's Glinda. And it's like, even though the message is only for one, just come with me anyway. Fuck it. And she's like, okay. So she jumps on, and they have their little Hogwarts Express-esque train ride. Okay, the train goes for like 500 feet, and it's already at Oz.
Yeah,
it's so close.
They did not cut that in a way that made it feel like any time passed from them getting on the train to getting off the train.
It's so bad. So they get to the Emerald City.
Yep.
There's just a song of them liking the city, and then they go and meet the wizard. Yeah. And the wizard's like behind the big machine. Face. And he comes out and he's like, "Oh, sorry about that. I didn't know who you were.
I can't see faces back there."
It's fucking Jeff Goldblum.
Correct.
I whispered to you, I was like, okay, is Jeff Goldblum better in this role or as Dracula in that Goosebumps game we played for Halloween this year on the stream?
You know what? It's the same.
It's the same?
Equal acting chops.
Here's the thing, like, he's just playing Jeff Goldblum.
That's all he ever plays. He only plays Jeff Goldblum in all of his movies. He's literally just like The Rock. He just plays The Rock in all of his movies. But somehow he's more famous and more well-liked, and I don't understand.
He walks out with like his hands in his pocket and is like, "Hey, do you guys want a breath mint or something?" Like, he just doesn't give a shit. He's just there.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Okay, so people who are summoned to see the Wizard of Oz can ask for like one wish, and for this entire time, Greenie's wanted to not be green, and she gets there and she's like, I'm going to give that up because she's a hero.
Because character progression.
Yes. And she
development.
says, and she's like, I want to save the animals and make sure they don't lose their ability to speak.
Yep.
And it's at this point that I had to go to the washroom, so I left. I don't know what happened.
Yes, okay, so after that, they do another little song and dance about the future.
Hold on, did he say, yeah, I'll save him?
He was like, yes, I will be glad to help you with that, with no strings attached. I would help you with that, and then they sing a little song about the future, and they talk about the yellow brick road, like what color they should make the road, and they decide on yellow, and it was Glinda's idea. Because of course it was. And so then they do that, and then the sorcery professor comes in and kind of interrupts before they can like get into longer talks about how to help the animals. And she's like, oh, I didn't want to miss your big moment of having to prove yourself to the wizard. So she was supposed to, like, cast a spell with what was called it's not a grimoire, but it's a grimoire. And I don't remember.
She said grimoire.
No, they didn't say grimoire.
A codex, maybe?
No. Stop. It is a very...
interrupts!
Fuck you. God, it's a word that's very similar to grimoire, and the book is obviously a grimoire, but they don't call it a grimoire, and I can't remember the fucking word. You absolute fucking piece of shit.
It's like a triangle book that like folds open, and that also folds like this way too. Like it's kind of
weird. They did a whole fucking song and dance about it while they were talking about how much they like the city, about how important this book is.
Yeah.
So she was supposed to like cast a spell with the book. She was supposed to just do like a small levitation spell or something, because that's what Greenie and the professor had been working on together. But then, suddenly, Elphaba's able to just read this ancient-ass book that nobody should know how to read. And
she's the chosen one.
Yeah, and she fucking makes monkeys into flying monkeys in a very painful way. Yep. Which was a little upsetting to watch.
It was actually, yeah.
Yeah.
And now, it turns out that every single abusive parent has their flying monkeys.
What?
No? You don't get it?
No.
You ever been to any of those, like, Raised by Narcissist subs? Where, like, you have golden childs, you have scapegoats, you have abusive parents, and then the adults who help the abusive parents are called flying monkeys.
Are they?
Yes.
I have been to Raised by Narcissist subs, but I've literally never heard of that before.
Look it up. You have a phone?
I don't want it. I believe you. I just haven't heard of it before.
I can't believe it, Naomi.
I can't believe it.
Okay. Anyway, it's at this point that I forget exactly what happens, but she somehow discovers that The Wizard of Oz is actually causing all the problems. He's making the animals not be able to talk.
No, she figures it out because she thought she just made one flying monkey because the wizard had mentioned that this monkey enjoyed, like, staring at birds and kind of looked like he wanted to fly, so she was supposed to levitate him.
Yeah.
Instead, she gave him wings. And then it turns out she gave all the monkeys wings because the monkeys were, like, soldiers for the Emerald City.
Yes.
And so then she goes in and she's like, oh, shit, what did I do? I feel so bad. And then the professor of sorcery and the Wizard of Oz are like, oh man, these will make great spies. And then she's like, oh shit.
Why did you slip it out?
Alphabuzz is like, oh shit, you guys are fucking evil.
You guys are evil. And yes, that's when she deduces it all, that he's actually evil and she's actually evil.
And he's also powerless. He's not an actual wizard. Like, her and the professor are the only two people that have any magical power that we've seen so far in the movie.
I think so, yeah. I think so.
And also, I'm waiting. I don't know if it's gonna happen in the second act, and I don't know if it actually happens, but I'm waiting for the professor to also be proved as a fraud.
Yeah, maybe.
Like,
it's possible.
like, it might not happen. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. But you never know.
So she's like, okay, fuck all of you. I hate, like, you guys are all frauds.
I'm taking the grimoire, and I'm fucking leaving.
And I'm leaving. And I'm just gonna, and then they're like, you can't. It's like, well, you're gonna fucking stop me? Because I can just throw you across the room and you can't do shit.
Yep, and then they've tried very hard to stop her.
Yeah. Well, Glinda, whatever,
Glinda
I don't
right
care! So Glinda, at this point, Glinda's like torn because she's like, okay, clearly, like, these people are wrong and evil, and I do have to go help my friend, but I can't give up my cushy life at the school and all my social status and
Yep.
So they have like a chase through the, is it the castle or the tower, whatever the fuck it is?
The castle. The
Emerald, yeah. So they're running around, they're avoiding soldiers, they're avoiding flying monkeys, and Glinda is just like...
They try to escape on the hot air balloon.
Doesn't work out. But Glinda's like, listen, if you just come back and talk, it'll be fine. And she's
just
like, no.
apologize.
And she's just like, no, they're wrong. They're evil. I'm going to stop them.
Yeah.
And at the end, she like...
They sang for too long.
Yeah. The reason that Glinda couldn't leave with her on the flying broom is because the musical number went on too fucking long and the cops caught up to them.
Yep.
It's so stupid.
It was really fucking fun. Like, I was just waiting. I'm like, this seems like it's taken a long time considering they were just banging on the door and they still don't have the door bangs going on. Like, what's... Oh, okay. Yeah, no, they just went on too long.
They sung too long.
Yeah. Okay, cool. It was honestly really funny. But it was actually a pretty touching moment, like, at the end, like, where Glinda was like, yeah, I'll go with you. We're, like, our future's unlimited together.
Yep.
Also, I'm paraphrasing because they were singing.
Yes.
and then, like, if, like, it could have been shorter, but then the guards come out and, like, just grab her, and, like, Alpha was just like, no, wait, just don't hurt her, like, leave her alone, and, like, honestly, I think it would have been better if she had, like backstepped off of the ledge instead of just, like, running across the room screaming, I'm the one you want, you know? And then just, like, backstepped off the ledge, still had the cool falling scene, and then it flew up, just, like, back up on the broom. Yeah. That would have been cool. And then I still enjoyed the way they did it, but I think my way would have been better.
Yeah. So basically, the movie ends basically with the
Elphaba.
With Greenie
Elphaba.
declaring herself basically the enemy of Emerald City. She blows up the fucking power grid and the entire city's power goes out. Yep. And then she flies away and it's like, part 2 coming whenever, next year.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah.
At some point. Like, honestly, like, there's a lot of good to say about this movie.
There is.
Like, everyone was perfectly cast.
Yep.
Like, it was actually amazing. They apparently did a lot of work trying to find the best shade of green for the actress, and
it worked.
It was so good. It looked like skin. Like, it
green
looked
skin,
so natural, and I was just like, oh my god, this is awesome.
Like, where it wasn't a set, where it was CG, it looked pretty CG.
Yeah,
but I think at least a few of these places were sets, though.
Well, you know what I found interesting, at least for this movie, was that, like, even though it was very obvious, like, all the animals are very obviously CG, but it fit with the movie, because the movie is so colorful and fantastical that, like, even though the animals looked a bit unreal, it's like they should look a bit unreal.
So, yeah, of the locations, like, I think some of the, okay.
Obviously, the school was a set.
Parts of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think like the main school classroom where the goats dragged away. I think that was a set.
Yeah, obviously.
I think the office, the professor's office, was a set. I don't think the outdoor dock area was a set, though it might have been. I mean, they reused it so many times. I think maybe it was a set because there were some scenes that didn't need to be there that were there, and I'm like, you're just reusing this because you have it? Maybe.
They just shot all the scenes at the same time.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think the Emerald City streets were a set too.
Yeah, no, that definitely was a set.
Because yeah.
Considering how much dancing they were doing, definitely a set. All like it was a set. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Everything in the movie was a set.
No. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure the train platform wasn't. It looked like a completely CG. That whole area. Yeah.
Maybe, perhaps.
And the library looked kind of fake too.
Well, I mean, the library had a lot of magical moving parts.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I don't think that was.
So there were some sets, and there was a lot of CG, and you could tell. I think.
Yeah, but
when it was very obvious. Like, hey, yeah, that giant field, totally CG.
Yeah.
Clearly CG.
Yeah, like I don't know though. It felt like it fit because Oz is supposed to be like fantastical and stuff. Like I'm just gonna say that. Like weirdly, the overuse of CG fit with the movie. Yeah. And so I didn't mind.
No, same. I agree.
Everyone's
wait, hold on. There was talking animals in the original Wizard. It's the lion.
Yeah,
Scarecrow, Lion, and Tin Man.
I always forget about the lion.
He's a guy, and he's like a dude in a suit.
A dude in a suit, yeah.
he's like a fucking Kigurumi in that movie.
Like I forget he's an actual lion. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what my brain has him categorized as, but honestly, it's not CGI lion.
Yeah, my brain has him categorized as guy in Kigurumi, not as actual animal.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, especially since they have an actual dog. You know? Like,
yeah.
If they had used a puppet, I would probably be more like, yeah, that's a lion.
There was some funny moments. There's the one guy who was like half Munchkin, and he's always like standing on books to be like, I'm just as tall as you guys. It's like, okay.
Half Munchkin? No, they were okay. Where I'm pretty sure where they started this movie was Munchkin Land.
Okay, maybe.
I don't think
he was very insecure about his height, but he's not as short as the Munchkins are.
He was insecure about his height because of fucking princely character being tall. He did that one. He
did it with other characters too.
He did it the one fucking time because it was a dance move they did in the original movie where like they did like a with their feet. Yeah.
No, he did it before the prince showed up.
Yeah, that was the one other time because it was a dance move that made them look slightly taller. I'm telling you I'm right and you're wrong. Fuck
okay. I don't care that much. I just thought it was funny. You fucker. Deserved. Okay.
Everyone sung really well.
Yep.
My only complaint was that when Ariana Grande was hitting like really, really high notes, which was really impressive, by the way. Like I could, like her singing was beautiful and it was magical. I couldn't fucking understand what she was saying.
I do like that how Ariana Grande, by the way, has like cycled through different fucking races in her career. Yeah. She was Latina for a while and now she's white again.
Well, I mean, I assume she's like a mixed race something.
No, I just assume that she has fake spray tan.
I mean that too. Probably a bit of both.
But yes,
we should talk about the controversy too.
In a minute, just real quick, in terms of the movie itself. But yeah, because there's like 45 minutes of singing and dancing that probably could be cut out if you just wanted to make a straight story. And I get it. The point of a musical is the song and dancing, right? But here's the thing: the plot itself is simple, but it's a good plot.
Yeah.
But if you cut out all the you could make this an okay, probably like slightly above average non-musical movie if you wanted to.
Oh yeah,
the plot would be very basic. You have like you know green girl who's on the outside socially. She's this misfit. She goes to school. She has exceptional talent. Everyone hates her. She's bullied, and like eventually like she has this destiny, and you know she goes and then
she's the chosen one,
and then she decides to rebel against the system at the end. Yeah. Like it is a very just by the book story, and they hit all the right notes, and it's actually pretty okay. It's just that it's not incredible. It's only okay.
I think it was incredible when it first came out because it was like one of the first things.
Oh, one of the first like big deconstructions back in 2003? Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah.
It seems to be like, see, in 2024, it just seems like, oh, I've seen this story a billion times. You're taking something that was old and beloved and you're twisting it on its head. It's been done so often now. I'm just like, okay, this scene happened. Yep, here. Okay, she's going to have the change of heart here. Yep, okay, and here's where she rebels. Yep, okay, everything just
Yeah, see, that's why I
Just
don't watch
boom, boom, boom.
watch movies with the critical eye. I just sit there and enjoy the experience and then think about it critically later.
Okay, so before we get out of here, because it is getting cold, I don't know if you noticed, but there's like a lot of ice building up on the windows around us.
Ice, baby.
You wanted to talk about the controversy.
There's 2 controversies.
There's like 18, actually.
No, there's 2 big ones.
Yes.
Okay. One's not really a controversy, just like rumors and like fans being concerned.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one is the fucking poster, which is I actually didn't want to go see this movie today because I was just like, after the fucking Elphaba's actress, I don't even remember her name, unfortunately.
Greenie.
No, the actress's name.
Oh, Brownie.
Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ. Fuck. The poster for this movie is Elphaba staring out with then Galinda just like kind of talk like in her ear talking to
whispering,
her. Yeah. So the original poster, like it's a fine looking poster. Like it looks kind of a bit bland. It's my personal opinion.
Yep.
So the original poster was a hand drawn like for the Broadway musical was a hand drawn poster with Elphaba's hat, her witch hat, like over like mostly over her eyes and like a big like a crooked smile with a bright red lipstick, and with Glinda talking, like still talking in her ear with like her hand covering her mouth, and I think her eyes were closed in the poster.
Yep.
And it was, it was a good poster. All right, and honestly, the poster to me is still iconic. That's what I think of when I don't even think of the trailer poster. I think of that one.
Yeah.
So the controversy was that someone photoshopped the new poster for the movie to look like the old poster.
Because in the new one, it showed more of her face, right?
It showed her whole face, and she was just like deadpanning the camera. Yeah. So the new one edited so that she would have a hat over her eyes with like a bit of a smirk and like red lipstick, and Ariana Grande was mostly the same.
Give it a bit more character, yeah.
Elphaba's actress freaked the fuck out on Instagram.
And she lost it, yeah.
She flipped her fucking shit.
And wasn't her logic like, wasn't something like, you'd cover my face up because you hate black actresses? Like something like that?
That was the undertones of what she was saying. She said that she decided to stare you directly into the camera so you can see, because eyes are the windows to the soul or some sort of fucking shit. And I'm pretty sure that the production wanted her to just do a thing of the original poster, and then she freaked the fuck out because she didn't want to hide her face because racism, and said no. And so they had the movie trailer poster, and that's why she freaked out so fucking hard.
I see. Wow.
I'm almost certain. And that was my first interaction with knowing this actress existed. The second one is that I am almost 90% sure that Elphaba's actress and Ariana Grande both have eating disorders. And they have a now toxic like relationship where they're both just like.
Well, I don't know if you've seen the videos of them together. Like it was
no, I have.
Oh fuck.
No, I know, but like I'm pretty sure that they both now not like a gay relationship, just like a friendship, like a toxic friendship together, where they are just encouraging each other's eating disorders. Like that one episode of Family Guy. Where
were they all throwing up?
Well, no, was it Family Guy? No, it was American Dad. It was an episode of American Dad where like as Stan becomes anorexic.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, like it's like considering my very first like just knowledge of Elphaba's actress was the Instagram shit, and then now seeing like. It to me, I feel like I am biased because I feel like she was the instigator since Ariana Grande looked better before, but maybe not.
She's very thin in this movie. She's very thin.
They're both so thin. Like if you look up, like people have been like showing before and after pictures, and honestly, I just feel really bad for the both of them. Like they both look so thin, and I'm almost certain that happened because like obviously you become close if you're co-starring. So
the thing is like they're in the movie. They're not yet grotesquely thin, but they're bordering it sometimes.
Oh yeah, like as the movie. Well, you know what? Not even as the movie goes on. I've noticed especially when Ariana Grande is wearing like the tighter outfits.
Yeah, and she puts like her hands on her hips, and she just like puts her hands like through her hips.
You know, I was just
a couple moments.
Like I got small hands, and I was looking at the screen, going like, I could probably fit my hand around your waist if I stretched enough.
No.
it would be almost around.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you couldn't really tell with Elphaba's actress because she wore such like baggy clothes.
Yeah. It was always like the big witch dress.
Yeah.
No, because there was there's interviews where like one interviewer, maybe I can put it in, and she's just like, Did you know that this has become like a queer icon movie? And they're both like weirdly like grasping each other's hands, and they're like, "Oh, I didn't know that." It's like, what are you guys doing? It's very strange. Like the way these two people behaved outside of the movie was very fucking weird.
I'm telling you, it's a toxic relationship that's fueling their eating disorders, and it's just making them go insane because their brain is not getting enough fucking calories to work.
Yeah, maybe.
100%.
So yeah, that was wicked. Not a bad movie.
No, it's not bad. Like, honestly, I have not seen the play, but I have heard that it's a very faithful adaptation. Just with the
adaptation.
Is it pronounced adaptation?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Not adaptation. No, really. Yeah.
Okay. I believe you, but you have failed me as an English major before. But I'll take your word for it. Anyway, I feel like it's a very good adaptation.
Yeah. Personally, I don't really care about the adaptation. I just care if it's a good movie or not, and it's like an okay movie.
Yeah, I enjoy it. Take your kids to it; it'd probably be fine.
Yeah, probably.
I think it was rated PG-13 or something.
I think so too.
Yeah.
There were some kids in the theater.
Yeah, of course there were.
Some were fucking loud too.
Everyone's loud in the
wait,
movie
wasn't there one kid? There was one kid you laughed at. What was that? Do you recall?
Okay, so there was a kid. I don't even remember what the scene was or anything. But some kid went like, ooh.
Yeah. It was during one of the kind of romance scenes, and the kid ooh, and you started laughing.
It was really funny.
It was on the other side of the theater too. And you can hear it across the theater.
It was really funny. I was like, good, this is perfect. This is why I go to movie theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good movie. There's lots of controversy around it. Yep. I mean, if you care about the actresses at all.
Here's the thing. I haven't even
if you care about the controversy, maybe don't spend money on it.
I haven't even talked about the politics of the movie, which I could, but I mean, maybe one day in the far future I'll make a video.
Do a video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Just in terms of the quality of the movie, fine. It'll be a good family time, unless you're one of those parents who doesn't want to expose their kids to LGBT themes. But if you don't care about that, well, remember there's the prince, right? And the guys,
princely dude, but that was the only fairly overt thing. Even the very obvious gay best friend, not even fucking talked about.
Yes.
we just look and it's just is this the obvious gay best friend? Probably.
Yes, he is.
That, the princely character kind of making everyone swoon was the only overt thing.
Yes.
And it wasn't even that overt.
If you are someone who does not want to basically expose your kids to that stuff,
you're a bad person.
You will not want to watch this movie. Otherwise, though, I think for most normal people, it's a fine PG-13 movie. If they like musicals, it'll work. Yep. If they like Oz, it'll work. If they like bright, fun, happy times, it'll kind of work. It's not a truly exceptional movie. It's only okay.
Yeah, but honestly, with all the shit that comes out, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Could have been a lot worse. There's been a lot of worse movies than this. That's for sure.
I will say, if I might have to go find the play, the musical somewhere, the Broadway musical somewhere online at this point. But if it is actually a pretty faithful adaptation, I would enjoy more things that are adapted on musicals. Being like this.
Yep, I agree.
Or forward, because I enjoyed it. I enjoyed my time. I wasn't just oh, well, they're doing that. Okay, well, they're doing that. Okay.
As for me, I'm going to go online and find some art of these two chicks scissoring.
No. Shut up.
Using the wand.
Shut up. Oh, wait, you know what I actually, I want to... I don't remember when it happened, but somehow Elphaba lost her glasses in the middle of the fucking movie.
No. In the final chase scene, she had them when she got on the train, didn't she?
I don't remember. I think she stopped wearing them when her and Belinda became friends, but I don't remember when.
Oh,
did she just get contacts? I don't know.
I think it was during the I'm Gonna Make You Up kind of song. Was it Perfect? No. Popular, yes. During that song, she took them off because she was trying to make her look good. It's here's how we'll do your makeup.
No, but then she put them back on. She's like, I'm just gonna put those right back there. Yep, right there.
I don't know.
Also, okay, Ariana Grande did so fucking good in that scene. She was just a fucking lunatic, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Honestly, there was a lot of funny moments. She kept going, Galinda. That fucking laugh.
You pronounce it Galinda.
Oh God. She was
cast perfectly.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. You know what
the best popular girl you just want to punch in the face is her. It's fucking amazing.
The biggest praise I will give this movie, there is no immersion breaking moments in the entire movie.
That's true. There's no like
There's-
fourth wall breaking,
yeah.
no weird like Joss Whedon references. Good stuff.
Like, and there's no like this is very obviously an issue I'm shoving in your face.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the issues that could get shoved in your face are actually like part of the plot and part of like the background and the lore of the movie and canon. Like I think that's one of the reasons why I was just enjoying it so much while I was watching it. Is good music numbers and no immersion breaking stuff.
Regardless of how you feel about, turning these two characters into possibly a lesbian relationship or anything else like that. The fact that they stayed in character the whole time, they didn't break the fourth wall, they didn't do outside references, they didn't the characters are in fact those characters in that time and place, and they're not like winking at the camera constantly. It was actually very refreshing.
Yes.
The movie is sincere, and that is a major plus for it. Yes.
We'll have to see what part 2 brings to see if it ruins it or not.
I'm sincere about my desire to see this two chicks scissors.
Shut up! God damn it, Dev! I'm trying to end it on a better note, you fucking shit!
It's a great note to end it on.
Only for degenerates like you.
You're the one who wants the kids to see the scene of the prince. You're the degenerate.